Hello YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is going to be game number 4 between our Terran and Protoss games. Terran and Protoss teams. It is Beastyqt versus HuK. So let's see how this one plays out. Our quick question of this series is, how do you feel about the Zerg? Do you think that they're creepy? Do you think that they're weird? Do you think that they're awesome? Do you think that they're very interesting? Do you think their lore is interesting? I think it's pretty damn amazing. Let me know, and we'll see what kind of answers we have in the comment section below. Quick introduction of our players. On the bottom left hand side we've got Liquid HuK. Sorry, not Liquid HuK, he's on Team Evil Geniuses and he's from Canada. And he's the orange Protoss here. Now his opponent going to be the yellow Terran, spawning on the top left hand side of Ulrena here, and he is from Serbia and representing Team True eSport. Good luck, have fun throwing out. This could very well be the last game. If you've missed the previous games, I really recommend looking at the description where you will find links to those. And you can, of course, watch those at your discretion. And this, by the way, is about to be spoiled. If you haven't seen the previous games, the score is about to be brought up. So I really recommend going to them right now. Let's see what our players are building here. Looks like he's bringing out Marines pretty much straight away, which is kind of interesting. I think that he's going to bring out a factory pretty much immediately here. And that's actually going to get spotted. Ooh. No, he's actually hiding it, so he's preventing that pro from seeing it. And there we go, finally throwing it down. Oh, command center being put down. So instead of a factory, he's actually putting down a command center, even though he's actually gone for, as you can see here, he has a refinery quite early. This is going to put down the factory right now, which, nope, doesn't appear to be the case. So scores are now coming on screen. 2-1 in favor of HuK. So as I said, it's all about this last game. Or the one after it, of course. If Beastyqt wins this one, it's going to be the one after this one. But Ulrena, one of my favorite maps, simply because I like the way it's laid out. I like this really aggressive position right in the middle of the map. It's just a very difficult place to hold, and as a Zerg player I hate it, but realistically I like the rush distance as well. So let's see, a factory is on the way here for Beastyqt. Does have a really funnily placed bunker here. Ooh, that adept, it's not really going to be able to take it out. I mean, adepts have a lot of health and shield, so going to be able to survive that quite easily. Psionic transfer about to be completed here as well, just taking a bit of damage as well, so almost getting out of there without a scratch. Two gateways here. And just to know, there's 2 gateways being built, so a total of 3. No extra tech at the moment, just the fact that he's building Blink, so gonna potentially see some Blink Stalkers here. Which, as I said, they just don't seem to be as popular as they used to be. It's kind of a strange one. They used to be pretty much every game in Wings of Liberty and Heartless Swarm was like a Blink Stalker fest. But these days, not so popular for reasons that are unknown to me. So just to note, there's still 2 gases here being fully mined here for our Protoss player. So HuK potentially going to go for either a Stargate or a robotics facility very, very shortly. Otherwise, he wouldn't really have a reason to continuously mine gas the whole time. So, a robotics bay or facility is what he's gone for. And let's see. So 2 more barracks being thrown down as well for Beastyqt. And everything is fine so far. I mean, it's quite a standardized game. There's no huge amounts of aggression. 10 supply for army versus 17, which is, you know, not a huge amount at all. 3rd base coming down here for HuK as well. So obviously thinking a bit about the economy right now. It doesn't look like there's actually a command center coming down for Beasty at the moment. And just doing a bit of scouting. Is probably a little bit wary at the moment. Just wondering if there's going to be a third base or not. Or rather, a sneaky base or not. Because, of course, getting a sneaky base with Protoss is definitely something you don't want to let happen. If you're underestimating your opponent's economy, then at that point you can be taken out very, very quickly. So double forge coming down as well here. So basically going to be bringing up those upgrades, and I assume this is going to be level 1 attack and level 1 armor, because that seems to be quite typical for Protoss right now. Let's see. So yep, that's exactly what he's going for. Looks like Zealot legs also being upgraded, so gonna potentially see a bunch of Zealots being warped in, maybe even inside the base, so just harassment with warp prisms. But as you can see here, there is a few missile turrets being put down, and this is just to prevent those warp prisms from flying in freely. Now Cyclone is in play. Cyclone's quite good against pretty much anything flying from Protoss. Let's see here, fully saturated bases. This one is almost there. 3 bases for HuK. Now I hope he's not going to overcompensate on the economy here and just continue to make it, because if he does that, it's not really going to end up well for him, because he's just not going to have enough army to deal with the Terran army, which you can see at the moment is starting to grow as well. He's got 39 supply in favor of 27, and he's still making more Marines. Does have command center on the way. Inside the main, actually, not inside the expansion. And this hallucinated Phoenix is going to pretty much show everything for him. So he sees pretty much everything on the map. Just a few Blink Stalkers on the map. Now I don't think they're going to be able to hold off against this amount of Terran units. If Beasty decided to move out right now, he probably would lose a lot of units, but he would of course probably win the game at this point. I mean, it's just one Immortal versus 2 siege tanks. Not going to end very well. Now opting to go for these rocks just to break them down. And that's probably just so he can... Ooh, interesting enough, Stalker's moving past all the Terran units. He could actually get cut off here. If he gets cut off, this is going to be absolutely massive. He does not know that this Terran army is here, and they're going to be moving in straight from behind. He decides to go all the way into the main base. Now, are the blinks ready? They're not just yet. There is still a few seconds remaining. Are they going to get cleaned up? Managing to snipe off. I believe this siege tank is going to get cleaned up here. And there we go. Does get it. Unfortunately, does not get any of the economy, which I think is what he wanted to do. But unfortunately, getting blocked off by the supply depots. And I think that was a huge loss for HuK right now. Let's have a quick look at units lost. He's lost 9 Stalkers in favor of a siege tank, and probably just a few Marine Marauders. Definitely not worth it, in my opinion. And let's see. Oh my god, that is a lot of Zealots. Now, just to note, these Zealots do have legs upgrade, as you can see here. He has Blink as well, but doesn't really have any Stalkers here. Concussive shells are in play here for Marauders, so if he gets a few Marauders out, which he does indeed have, he will be able to kite these units around for quite a while. And there we go. Oh my god, so much damage being done with those Zealots. Just once they start attacking it, it's just ridiculous the amount of damage they can pull off. I don't think that force field is a very good option right now with a bunch of Zealots in the front. I mean, yeah, you might block off a few Terrans or a few Marines, but they can fire from behind the Protoss force field, and of course they can take out pretty much every one of your Zealots with that. Fourth base going down for HuK, and as I was saying earlier, I really hope he's not going to overbuild on his bases right now. He does have a base here which could potentially use a transfer. But hasn't done a whole lot just yet. So let's see, this just poking around on that a little bit. And looking at army supply, I think that HuK is at a bit of an advantage here. I mean, he's got the bigger number, but you know what? I'm not even going to say that he's... Oh, a drop going down here. I almost missed that as well. A bunch of Marines being dropped, 1 Marauder, and straight onto these Stalkers, or the Stalkers blinking straight onto the Marines. Now, he pretty much sacrificed those Stalkers, at least most of them, just to basically take out the medevacs, because if you're going to sacrifice units, you might as well sacrifice them and at least take something in return. Otherwise, of course, if you come out below that far, it's not a good trade-off at all. So this base is about to be fully established. Level 2 armor is on the way for Protoss. Ooh, that's nice. Psychic Storm, or Psionic Storm rather, being is researched as well. So this is essentially to deal with any sort of marine aggression. So marine armies are very, very susceptible to Psionic Storms. Spotting what's going on with that one medevac, or one marine, marauder. English is not working right now. Looks like we've got level 2 weapons on the way also. And what is he going to do with this drop? Again, stimming in here, but getting warded off. One poor marauder being left behind, while all of his buddies escaped to safety. Now there is ghosts on the way. There's level 2 armor and attack for bioweapon or bio units as well. So definitely putting a lot of focus on those bio units. Now 11 minutes for level 2 is not very early. It's just the fact that he's basically continuing on with the production, so you might as well upgrade them. Now these stalkers could very well be distractions. He's got the main army down there and just 5 stalkers over here. But these stalkers, oh nice, and he just doing exactly what he wants to do here, basically baiting a few units to come out and then engaging onto them with the main army. Now 4 Archons inside this army going to be very, very dangerous, particularly against bio armies, because not only are Archons good against bio, they also do splash damage, which, you know, having a bunch of Marines clumped up is not a good thing for your Marines to have at all. So how is he going to continue on here? It's a bit of a difficult situation for him right now, because he's got the Liberators in the air. He can't really attack this base really effectively without losing too many units. And he could also get surrounded over here if he gets too close. But at the same time, he's got such a nice army, so he's definitely in a position to do some aggression. Does have a War Prism in the back there, so I wonder what he's going to do with that. Ooh, upgrades. So it looks like there was a fusion core put down, so basically getting the upgrade for his Liberators so that he can put down the Liberator circles a little bit further away. Now managing to snipe off one Liberator there is quite crucial. Every Liberator right now is very important. Now again, using his Stalkers to just do a bit of baiting. And interestingly enough, a base being put down on the gold here, which is a very sneaky one. Funny enough, I have never seen this done so far. None of my casts have actually had this implemented. So definitely very interesting to have that here. Engagement going down. Oh, Psychic Storms. Very, very nice against all of those Marines. Pushing them back, doing so much damage right now. GG has been called. 36 army supply remaining. And that is pretty much that. HuK taking the series 3-1 against Beastyqt. Meaning he is going to be continuing on to round of 16. Where we're probably only going to get to that in probably about a week or so, because that is still a fair bit away. And that is it for this best of 5 series. I hope you have, of course, enjoyed it. That was HuK taking a series pretty much with Psionic Storms. That won him the game flat out there. So that's pretty much it. Leave it a thumbs up, of course, if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you guys in the next series, which is going to be another one from the round of 32. Good luck, take care, and I will leave you guys with the question of the series, which is, how do you feel about the Zerg? Let me know in the comment section below. Bye bye, take care.